Okay, so this is the recap video uh, mm, related to what we did in class during the week that spans from October 13th to October the 16th. Uh, um, we had a little bit of an incident during the week because on Monday classes were suspended for heavy rains. So what we did was that we held the lesson, especially with the groups that usually have their tuition on Monday and Wednesday. On Monday we had our session on Teams, and some people connected, some people did not manage to connect. So what we did is that practically we repeated their session on Wednesday. That applies for group 120. And concerning group 121, we did the same thing. I mean, we repeated the session that we had done on Monday. And on Wednesday, we repeated the session. We did something else that I will tell you presently. Allow me to share my screen. On my screen, what you can see, well, on the page, as usual, the lesson plan, and I come here. And you have the lesson plan here, as you know, but I have opened up I have created a new page where I will include this page here, the handouts that I plan to give you in the classroom. So these are the handouts that I plan to give you in the classroom. So what we did yesterday, for example, with groups 119 and 120 and 121 was I gave them this handout, which is this, okay, with a kind of grid for you to use when you have to do a transfer. So you have fact function, you have the timeline. You can take one or simply you decide the timeline of the sentence, and you have a structure where you have to place the different elements of the sentence. This is trying to reproduce the interactive activities that I included here, interactive activities for module 1 with a sample set. So in this sample set, I gave you a sample sentence and you go one by one, choosing the different steps, time, tense, structure. But some students told me that it did not work all right because when they wanted to check out whether they had done it well, they wouldn't see the response. Maybe it does not work all right. I will check it out. I will certainly check it out. But anyway, I created a printed handout for you to keep every time you have to do a transfer. I gave this handout to both groups, 120, 121. And then after that, we did the same sentences. These sentences that we had done on Monday were done yesterday on Wednesday. And I explained the different nuances and the different little tiny issues and items that I wanted to make clear. For example, we did this using an ordinary passive voice or using a passive causative. I will explain more of this on a different video. Okay. Or for example, here we started adding elements to the sentence and checking out whether they had an impact on the rest of the sentence or not. And then for homework, I asked them to do this first rephrasing. This first rephrasing is that I give you a sentence like that. Mary expected the concert to be more exciting than it turned out to be. And then I give you some words: disappointing, not disappointed, thought, disappointing, not disappointed, thought, expectations. And you have to make one sentence using one of those words. One sentence with disappointing, one sentence with not. Is there a sentence whether you can combine two of them? Maybe. But basically it's one sentence per word. In such a way that you stick to the meaning of the sentence I have given you, but obviously using one of those words will force you to change the original sentence somehow. In what way? That's the point, because that's exactly what you have to do in the mediation, and that's exactly what you have to do in everyday language when you speak, if you want to show range and flexibility of language, linguistic flexibility. With group 120, well, that was the end of the lesson. I did not have any more time for anything else. But with group 121, there was something else that we did. We did the first test, listening test from this magnificent web in exam info, and we did the first. This is the listening. We finished the first audio that we had started during a previous session. We listened to this listening. We finished it. You have here the PDF, which you can print out. If you come to the bottom, you can print out from here. And the audio is here. And I guess that if you want to download the audio, the only thing you have to do is to capture this barcode, and then you can receive the audio in your mobile phone, I guess. So we finished the listening, and that's all that we could do. We managed to do. That's all that we managed to do yesterday. Today is a Thursday, so today I will have my 119 group. My plan is to correct this sentence here, which will take a little while. Also to do, I don't think we did the listening. We had done the listening during the previous sessions. So we will do this part 1, listening. And I would also like to do a speaking activity, because my second session, I like to devote my second session to skills. If I have time, I will also introduce, I will also introduce focus on writing. I will explain how to create an essay, and I will ask them to do the task for homework. If I don't have time, I will do so next week, God willing. So that is so for as a recap of what all the work that we did during the week, from October, which spans from October the 13th to October the 16th. Thank you very much indeed for listening, and that's all.